Hey guys, my name is Chris, and welcome to the Screen Team. We are a movie review show where we review movies that are new to theater, maybe new to DVD, and maybe something you haven't seen in quite a long time, or maybe you haven't seen at all. And we're going to start off the show with Stacy. Stacy, she loves the older movies, and we're going to find out if she's a fan of this next movie that we're going to review, which is called Marty. And Marty was a movie that I had never seen before. It was a movie that had won Best Picture in the 1950s, I believe. And it was one I always wanted to see. Haven't had a chance to do it. I did, and I absolutely loved it. And I wanted to know what you thought, Stacy. Are you on the same boat as me?
Yes, I had never even heard of this movie. And I really, really enjoyed it. And I really wish there was either another hour to it or a sequel.
Yes. I agree 100%. And if you're listening or watching the review right now, there's one scene I want to get into. It's the very end, so we'll be getting into spoilers. So if you don't...
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler, yeah, we got to do that. All right, so basically we've got our main character, Marty, played by Ernest Borgnine, right? Mm-hmm. How would you describe him? Is he like a lovable loser kind of guy?
Yeah, I think he was a guy who was afraid he was going to be an eternal bachelor. Mm-hmm. But that was open to finding someone to share his life with. Yeah,
he's a butcher in a small mom and pop kind of store
in like the Bronx or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody's asking him, "Hey, when are you going to get married, Marty? When are you gonna settle down?" And he's like,
"Them women in the butcher shop are like really on him about it, you know."
Yeah, his mom, his family, like his brothers and his sisters, are all getting married.
Got married.
Everybody's getting married except for poor Marty.
Poor Marty.
So you kind of see what happens on a regular Friday and Saturday night for Marty. It reminded me of me in high school. It was pretty pathetic.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What are we going to do? I don't know. We can go down here. No, that's no fun. Yeah.
So they decide to go to this place, this dance hall.
Yeah.
And try to meet some girls.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like I kind of would like to have that now.
That would be fun. You know, you got the big disco ball, even though there was no disco, but you had everybody wore like a suit and tie.
The women had the dresses and the petticoats and the whole shebang going on. It's great.
Yeah. So how did things go that first time that he went to the dance hall, and how did things go? Did he find a lady?
Did he go more than once?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
All right. Well, he went to the dance hall.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, first he went to the dance hall, and some guy was like, "Hey, I got a real dog. Can I pay you to sit with her the rest of the night?"
Right,
he was like, "You don't treat a woman like that. Like, you don't do that."
Right.
And it kind of really made him mad.
Sure.
And then that guy had moved on to someone else, and then, like, that guy, I guess it wasn't good enough for him, so then Marty swooped in and saved the day.
Yeah, so we have the female counterpart. Do you remember what her name was?
Betsy Blair.
Betsy. She.
That's the lady who played her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the character's name?
I don't. Mrs. Somebody.
It'll
come to me. All
right. So we've got her character, and she is kind of in the same boat. She's not as old as Marty, but she's almost going to be 30. Mm-hmm. She's not married, hasn't been married. All her friends are getting married, that kind of thing. And she's having trouble finding a guy as well. She's been hurt and burned many, many times in the past.
She's not one of those women that's like overly put together either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She's kind of plain.
Sure.
You know, and she teaches physics, and she lives at home with her mom and dad. Yeah. She's just kind of plain.
But the thing is, with both of these characters, they might be plain or lovable losers, but watching it as the audience, you fall in love with both of them.
Sure. Yeah.
You're like, you two are perfect for each other. Mm-hmm. Let's make this happen, guys.
Yeah.
And at first, basically the majority of the movie is watching their first date together.
Right.
And it's kind of magical in some aspects.
It's real sweet.
And then the date comes to an end, and are we going to see a second date? Marty promises that he's going to call her, but he doesn't do that right away.
He's got some shady friends. They can't find women either. So they're all a bunch of goofballs together, you know. Yeah, they're the ones that are like, when are you getting married? Oh, don't go out with her because she's a real dog. You can do better than that.
Yeah.
And finally, Marty has enough.
He has enough, and he's like, you know what? And this is where we're getting to the spoilers. This is the end scene. And he's like, you know what? Forget you guys. Mm-hmm. I really had a good time with her.
Yeah.
I like to go out again.
Yep.
And he calls her, and this is the one part of the movie that I had trouble with. The very last scene. The very last scene is he discovers I had a good time with her. I want to make this happen. So he calls her and says, "Hey, we need to go out." And we don't get that visual. We don't get to see her reaction.
It says directed by.
It says the end.
Yeah.
So the scene that you want to see where they get together, embrace, or go out, or whatever, you don't get that. You don't get it. You get a joke at the very end.
But you know what? Like, from a cinematic point of view, that is a genius ending. It leaves you like, what? I mean,
I wanted to see it.
You expect it to go one way, and they took a hard right and went the other way.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So, with all that aside, Marty, is this a movie you would like to see again in the future?
Yes, and I would like to find out if there is a sequel, a remake, a part 2, a part 5. I don't know.
Would you like to see a remake? Would you like to see it done in today's standards?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you have to play Marty? Kevin James.
Yeah, he might work. I was thinking maybe Zach Galifianakis or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be fun. So I give it. I love this movie. So
yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. And if you like a little romance, a little comedy, an old movie, if you like seeing a movie where the streets are clean and so are the people in it, probably ought to check this one out.
She's Stacy. I'm Chris. The movie was called Marty. We've got more reviews coming your way next. I believe we're going to be doing The Mummy with Tom Cruise. It's right here on the Screen Team.